Anthony Rendon ahead of him may hurt Soto's RBI count. Okay, and we expect single-digit steals. He had 12 last year. He only had 12. I'm sorry, he only had 12. But I was projecting him with less if without Rendon in the lineup. Okay, so that's my thing on that. All right, moving right along. The Adam Eaton. One of the things about Adam Eaton that I don't like is his attitude. I've been told by players that Adam Eaton is the kind of player. I haven't gotten any offers on my memorabilia yet, so I'm very interested, and I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Adam Eaton is the kind of player who I've been told he'd rather go 5 for 5 and lose than unholy maybe joining George tonight. Holy cow. So Jeremy Gibbs had to go back to school. Sorry about that, Jeremy. But the thing is that I don't. He'd rather go 5 for 5 and lose than go 0 for 5 and win. That's kind of the story I've heard about Adam Eaton. Let's talk a little bit about the pitching staff, and it really only is a little bit. First of all, Yan Gomes and catcher Kurt Suzuki, very steady players to take behind the plate. Scherzer, Strasburg, Corbin, Anibal Sanchez. Now, who's the fifth starter? Joe Ross, Eric Fetty. Joe Ross. Let's talk about Joe Ross for a minute. Very interesting pitcher. I put him in a number of times last year, and every time I put him in, he succeeded. 16 post-Tommy John surgery innings to end 2018. So he headed into last offseason with a normal routine. He worked 10 innings in the spring, got a 2.5 ERA with 10 strikeouts. He began the season in AAA as a reliever. Then they brought him up. And then in late May, he was sent back. That's what happened. So this is a kid. His velocity matched his pre-surgery stuff, but just like many victims of Tommy John, he never regained his control. So he's going to get another chance to start. There's no question about it. Keep an eye on Joe Ross. The other guy is Eric Fetty, and we've been expecting Eric Fetty to get action. He's got that glorified minor league name, the prospect, right? Last year, had a 4.5 ERA. I think he's 26. That's the thing. He's 26 years old. So I'm looking to say that if you're looking for the number 5 pitcher for the Washington Nationals, it's going to be Joe Ross over Eric Fetty. But that's a competition that's going to be. Timothy My Hooker has joined us. Good morning, Phil Chaplin is here. We are rocking and rolling. We're making history. That's right. Great chat room this morning, and I'm telling you, Andy, don't mind the Jewish cemetery. What are you talking about? Okay, there you go. George wants to be buried. Why don't you come here and be buried with me now? I think we're going to make a trade. There's a trade offer. It's George for Andrea. That's the trade offer. By the way, those two pictures up there, if you looked at them, Mickey Mantle, autograph. I've gotten big offers on this. Mickey Mantle, autographed picture of a newspaper. Joe DiMaggio, full-page newspaper with his autograph. Each one of those newspaper articles, front page, announcing their death. So how the heck could they sign it? And people on Facebook right now are offering me money for an autographed picture, newspaper, announcing the death of the player whose autograph is on the page. Yeah, I'll give you a certificate of authenticity with it, too. How about that one, okay? So take a look at those pictures. Scroll all the way up. Easy to find. They fill the page. It's a picture of Mantle and another one of DiMaggio. I have them framed. And, okay, there you go. Autograph. Signing the picture announcing their death. One of a kind. People will buy anything. Anything. The bullpen. and the Bulls, Sean Doolittle, Hunter Strickland. Those are the two guys that are going to get the saves. Will Harris will be the setup man. He could be the Tanner Rainey is someone that you got to watch. Now Tanner Rainey can throw. I can only tell you to start with that Tanner Rainey is very interesting, and this is a guy that absolutely may emerge somewhere down the road. Got a tremendous fastball. He can throw 100. He's got a plus slider that gets plenty of swing and misses. He had a 34 plus strikeout rate in his first season. Okay, but he had an ERA of close to 4. Okay, he had struggles with his command. If Tanner Rainey, and this is a guy's 27, watch him in the spring. And what do you watch? Watch his control. I'm hoping that they put down how many strikes they throw, how many balls. But he had almost an 18% walk rate, dead last in the National League among pitchers who threw 40 or more innings. Okay? So, watch this guy. He could wind up being a big deal in a Washington bullpen. Tanner Rainey. You got to etch his name in your kitchen table. You got that? Absolutely etch it. As far as prospects are concerned, we talked about Carter Kieboom. I want to tell you a little bit about Luis Garcia. That's right, Luis Garcia. His father was also a middle infielder. Now, I met Luis Garcia at the Arizona Fall League. He also played with the Harrisburg Senators. And here's how I met him. One of the photographer friends of mine told me this guy is one of the nicest guys in town. He will stick around and sign autographs for the kids. So I went up to him and I thanked him. I said, we need, okay? He's just a good guy. I said, baseball needs more players like you. And I took a picture with him and the whole thing. He is supposed to be, I was told by some of the photographers that he is probably one of the best hitters at the Arizona Fall League. Okay, now, his record may not show it, but I'm telling you what, he's got a 60 hit tool, 40 power, 55 run, arm is 60. This kid, 6'2", 190 pounds, Luis Garcia, is going to make a name. Luis Garcia is going to make a name. Some of the other, you may know Drew Mendoza, who was 36th best draft prospect according to MLB Pipeline. He committed to Florida State. He was taken in the 36th round by the Tigers. He had 264. Nothing great, but they don't have a very strong minor league system in Detroit. They don't. They got Jason Rutledge, could be their best right-handed pitcher. He emerged, a junior college prospect, okay? But he throws 95, 97, reaches 99 with the fastball, but still, he's 6'8" with a difficult angle. This kid could be something. Keep an eye on this kid right now. I'm telling you right now. Jackson Rutledge, the big 6'8", comes across fiery. He could be the right-handed Randy Johnson. Will Crow is somebody else who he had elbow reconstruction, but when he came back from it, his velocity was pretty good. He's another dude, 6'2", 240, but he wore down, and that's what will happen to guys like him. He'll wear down in the second half, big and physical. So he's got to get conditioned so he could build up the workload. He could be a number 4, number 5 starter. Nothing, more than that. Don't forget Arnie coming up right after this. I'll be done in about 5 minutes. Tim Cate is their left-handed pitcher. He's only about 6. He's like a Ron Guidry type. You know what I'm saying? About 6 feet. Some people say he was overused, but he's got to get more physical. That's it. A little too slim, but still, he's their left-handed pitcher, and he could advance. Keep an eye on this kid. nothing special, and really there's nothing. Really, nothing special there. So that's really the Washington team in a nutshell. Got a couple of other things for you. Okay, that was the Washington team in that nutshell. All right, so let's end this podcast on a high note. Let's see how good you are. Okay, I got a couple of great questions. Okay, players with 60 extra base hits and 70 or more walks in each of their first 3 seasons. Ted Williams is one of them. 60 or more extra base hits, 75 or more walks, and in each of their first 3 seasons. Ted Williams was 1. Chris Bryant was number 2 in 2015 to 2017. 60 or more extra base hits, 75 or more walks in each of their first 3 seasons. Who was the third? Who's got a chance to be the third? This year. Okay? This year. What player has the chance? You will not get it. You will not get it. Okay? You just won't get it. And Fred McGriff, by the way, in his career, played well over 1,000 games in each league. In his career, he had 284 in the National League, right? And he hit, all right? And he hit 284 in the American League. I wonder if anybody ever picked up on that. All right, 60 extra base hits or more, 75 or more walks. Ted Williams did it. Chris Bryant did it. And the player, I'll leave you with this, the player who could be doing it this year in the National League, could be doing it this year, is Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins. How about that? All right, there you go, everybody. Don't forget, coming up next is the wonderfully talented Arnie. Rottweiler has made it here. Good morning to the Rot. Nice to have you, kiddo. All right. Great to see you, Jeremy. Great to see you, Meckert. Great to see that guy. Come on in. Rottweiler, love you, man. And Rot's going to be back. That's right. We just got this word. The Rottweiler will be back doing a podcast. How about that? We'll promote that whenever it happens. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And Arnie coming up next. Don't forget, Kevin, right after at 11. And then we got, what's his name again? George at 6:30 tonight. Love you all, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Yes, I'm breathing.